turned on for the stripper run at full power. Since we're not seeing some drips, we'll turn it off and start using a lower power. So we're having a bit of a downpour today, so some of this video might be a bit noisy. I'll try and speak over the top of it. So temperature's up to 31 degrees. I'll turn the water on now to make sure that we capture any vapour. So we're at 48 degrees when the first drip started coming through, so I'm going to turn it down to quarter power and do nice and slow distillation from here. So we finally got to 60 degrees. The quarter power was struggling to maintain temperature with the still getting blown from the air through the doorway. So I've actually put a bit of board up to deflect the air around. I still want lots of fresh air in the room because it's good for safety. But I having to shield the still from direct blast of the cold air today. 77.3 degrees. We're still collecting 4 shots. Got maybe 50 millilitres there. I wanted to chuck out 100. 84 degrees C. And we're just about done with the 4 shots. At least the rate of distillation has picked up now. We should be getting through it a little bit faster. 86.1. 86.9. Jar 2. 87.0. 87.5. Jar 3. Taste the end of the heads, possibly just a peaty part to it. I'm not sure whether that's what I'm tasting in there or whether it's just the end of the heads. 87.3. Still heads, maybe? Still sitting at about 87.2. Temperatures fluctuate a little as the breeze comes and goes. It's a little bit tricky to know just how accurate that is going to be. Not that it's particularly accurate in the first place. And we're on to jar 4. And it tastes quite clean. 87.7. Now it's an odd flavour. It's like alcohol and what I assume is a bit of the smoky peatiness coming through. It doesn't taste like tails, but it's definitely not completely clean. 87.7 degrees, and that's about it for jar 4. We'll start jar 5. Difficult to tell whether we're actually starting to taste a faint bit of tails or not. 88.0. We're definitely picking up some slight tainting of it. Whether that's the smoky, peaty stuff starting to come through before the tails really kicks in, or whether the peat is actually in the tails a bit. We need to keep some of this tails. I don't know. We'll make those decisions when we actually come to do the cuts later. 88.2. Starting jar 6. I think I can taste tails in there. Seems to be what I remember from the last run I did. 88.6. Still what I would call tailsy, but not foul. It's don't know, tangy. Not quite sure how to describe these things, but it's certainly going to leave some difficult decisions when we come to it. 88.7. I've just swapped jar 6 for jar 7, and the taste although I would have thought it was tails, there's a definite sweetness to it. 89.0, 89.2, and we just swapped jar 7 for jar 8, and I think we're hitting smoky. 89.4. We're either, well, I say definitely into tails, but it doesn't really taste like tails. It does not get into a sort of, wet cardboard, cardboard or wet dog, just the descriptors you have for it. It doesn't have that taint. It's more of a sharp tang. Interesting. 89.7. Swap jar 8 for jar 9, and I think we're definitely getting sort of tail as it tastes now. 90 degrees. 90.5 degrees. And just swapped jar 9 for jar 10. And the taste that I'm getting out of that is I would say definitely tails. 90.4. It's odd, but it seems to have gone back to a sort of a sweet and tangy point. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing in the cuts for this. It's going to take me ages to figure out. I think what I'll end up doing is just taking a wider cut than anything I've done before, sticking it on oak for a year or so and then see what we get. 90.6. Just swap jar 10 for jar 11. I would say smoke. Sort of the tails are all over the place. And I'm assuming it's the peat in there that's putting lots of weird flavours coming through, but I'm not sure whether we're definitely into tails, peat or anything. They do say you have to go deeper into the tails for a peated whisky, but this is just confusing my taste buds. 90.9. What I'm tasting now is what I regard as a definite tailsy taste. It's just unpleasant to me. 91.1. I'm just going to swap this out for jar 12. I think jar 12 will be the last one that I do at this rate. And then I'm going to turn up the temperature and just blast through the remainder of the tails. We're reaching the point where the rate is dropping off to quite a slow rate. Jar 10 is measuring about 65% alcohol, which still seems quite high to me. So I think I'll go back on what I just said and continue taking a few more jars before I ramp up into the tails. 91.4. 91.5. Just going to swap jar 12 for jar 13. 92 degrees. Definitely faints. Starting to get that oily, greasy feel. 92.3. Just swapped jar 13 for jar 14. And there's unpleasant tails taste. 92.5. Tails. 92.7. And I'm just going to swap this jar 15. I'm going to turn the heat up and then just blast through with the rest. 95.4. 96.8, 98 degrees, 98.8, and I'll turn the power off, and that's the end of it.